All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for firing up your cameras and taking the time to join us today. My name is Mishak Walker, and I'm with the Division of Elections, and I'm excited to welcome you all to the eighth annual Ballot Bowl competition and kickoff event. This initiative is the brainchild of Lieutenant Governor Tahesha Way, and since 2018, it's been immensely successful. And in fact, with each year that has passed, the event's reach has expanded, pulling in an even larger assembly of students. Now, with this all said, let's take a brief trip down memory lane to see what you, the students, have all done and that has gotten us to this day.
Every time you exercise your right to vote, you honor the people who work to secure it for you. Each year, my office asks New Jersey's colleges and universities to step up and compete to see who can register the most new voters. I believe the power of young voters is so important because we want to see and hear you each and every day. Elections are a team sport. We need all active participants. We don't need you to ride the bench.
It has been awe-inspiring to invite all of New Jersey's colleges and universities to form these nonpartisan student-led teams and participate. This is about your future.
Your vote is your voice. Your vote is your power. And please understand this, that every election matters.
Wow, that was incredible. Now, moving along, the Ballot Bowl has first and foremost always been about our students in their great work. And that great work has been registering fellow students to vote and asking them to pledge to vote as well. So, that said, today we're going to take the time to spotlight some of those students from around the state who will get a chance to tell us about the Ballot Bowl and on their campuses and some of their thoughts on voting and being civically engaged. So, without further ado, I want to introduce our first student speaker from Kane University, Natalie Olenkovsky. Natalie is currently a senior at Kane University who supports voter registration and voter pledging drives throughout the fall for the Ballot Bowl. Take it away, Natalie. The floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie from Kane University. I'm so excited to be speaking here today. The Ballot Bowl is very important to Kane University, and I see the impact it has on campus and around every single fall. This is my second year helping with the Ballot Bowl, and I love it. It's my favorite thing to do as part of my job at CLS. It allows Kane students to practice their civic leadership and show that our voices really matter. Not only can people from the office participate, but every single student on campus. There's tons of opportunities to help us. It builds community spirit when Kane participates and demonstrates that our students are engaged and active. They can participate through the Human Rights Institute, through canvassing on campus, or however they choose to by doing a tabling. This initiative supports the work of our office, the Center for Leadership and Service, by encouraging service through civic engagement. As a public university, Kane relies on the state funding that is directly shaped by policy decisions, which makes our student participation even more important. As young Americans, voting impacts our lives on both large and small scales. On the large scale, voting impacts policies related to higher education, funding, student loans, healthcare, and climate change. But on a smaller scale, in ways you may not realize, voting influences everyday decisions, such as how our trash is collected, how quickly potholes are fixed, or even how long the grass on the sidewalk is. These small details may not seem important on their own, but there's so many of them that make up our government and our world that it's very important that we make sure that we see our voices heard. By voting, we ensure that our generation has a say in both the systems that impact our future and the tiny details that impact our daily lives. The power of voting and being civically engaged shows that we can hold leaders accountable at every level, from Congress to local councils. Civic engagement gives us influence not only in national policies, but also in our local decisions that impact our neighborhood and our campus. Every election matters, whether it's about educational budgets that support our public schools like Kane and Rutgers, or about decisions that impact our local community services. When Kane students participate, our local changes. My voice matters because it contributes to the collective direction of our democracy. It impacts my classmates, my neighbors, my siblings, and even people I don't know. As a Kane student, I know the decisions about public funding directly impact the resources and opportunities I have access to. I've benefited from so many public resources while I've been a Kane student, even ones you wouldn't even think about. Voting is how I decide who represents my values, whether it's shaping educational policy or improving our everyday services. Register to vote today and encourage your friends to do the same. Every ballot has impact from determining tuition to public support. By taking part in the ballot bowl, Kane students can demonstrate that we are civically engaged and ready to shape the future at every level.
Amazing. Let's give Natalie a round of applause for those thoughtful insights and sharing what's happening on Kane's campus when it comes to voting and civic engagement. Thank you again, Natalie. And on that note, it is my great honor to introduce the woman who needs no introduction, who is a fierce advocate for civic and voter engagement, who is at the helm of all of our efforts, wearing multiple hats, including Secretary of State, Lieutenant Governor Tahesha Way. Give it up, everyone.
Okay. Good afternoon, and thank you so much, Mishak, for the kind intro and for all that you do for the Department of State and being part of our entire Ballot Bowl team. There are some other members I must shout out: Eric, Lauren, Yumi, Jill, Elizabeth, and of course, Alicia, you rock. And Natalie from Kane, you are an awe-inspiring leader. We know you are going to go on to do great things. And thank you so much for galvanizing your colleagues at Kane. I can't believe we're kicking off the 8th annual Ballot Bowl competition, my team's final one. And for 8 election seasons, we have created a platform to bring together college students from across New Jersey for a healthy competition to see which campus can register the most voters and get the most commitments to vote. And while we have crowned winners at the end of each season, we, the people, truly win when we get our fellow citizens engaged in our democracy. So let's have a quick round of applause to all of our participating teams, past and present. Yes. And I also want to, again, salute everyone who has come today to be a part and everyone who has created today's event and prepared for it. Now, we always host our kickoff this week for a few reasons. Yes, we want to give you a chance to settle in on campus and to get into your school year routine. But this week in particular is Constitution Week. And this past Tuesday was National Voter Registration Day. So we always like to celebrate the start of Ballot Bowl season surrounded by these important civic holidays. Now, everyone, we have 47 days until Election Day. And as New Jersey's chief election official, I'm going to spend all of those days making sure eligible voters are educated. And I've been looking forward to this day because I just love celebrating your power in our democracy. Truly, helping students become engaged and active citizens is amongst my greatest joys as a public servant. Since I became Secretary of State in 2018, we have invited New Jersey college and universities to form student-led teams and participate in this annual Ballot Bowl. You've competed to register the most voters and to get them to commit to vote. And for the past few years, we've also been proud partners with the National Nonpartisan Initiative All in Democracy Challenge, which has been doing fantastic work here in New Jersey and across this great nation to help students get engaged. Last year, 7 New Jersey students were actually recognized on the All In Honor Roll, and 13 of our campuses were amongst the most engaged in the country. That's some stats, y'all. And I know you can help us top that even more this year, right? Okay. Now, look, I'm not just your lieutenant governor and secretary of state. I'm a mom, and 3 of my 4 daughters are young voters, just like you. So I believe in your power because I see and hear you every single day. This is about your present, your future. That's why this competition is truly led by you, the students, because you know best how to reach your peers. So let's get you all the info you need to cast your ballot, whether you vote by mail during the early voting period or on Election Day, November the 4th. Go to vote.nj.gov. It has everything you need to know to be a voter registration information from polling location details to ballot tracking and more. And while you're at it, follow NJ Votes or the New Jersey Division of Elections on social media. See and share election infographics and get reminders for key dates and deadlines. Let's use Ballot Bowl 2025 to build on the legacy, support a healthy democracy, and see an even stronger showing in 2025. Thank you so much for all that you do and what you will continue to do. And good luck to all in our Ballot Bowl competition this year. Back to you, Mishak.
Oof, I'm not sure about all of you, but I'm feeling inspired. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, for your words of wisdom on voting, civic engagement, and community. And with that inspiration still fresh in the air, I want to take a moment to recognize who truly keeps this momentum going. And that's all of you, the students. It's your energy, your idealism, and your passion that reminds us why this work is so powerful and important. You're not just participants, you're shaping the future of our democracy, pulling up chairs at the table, and leading the way on your campuses. And we at the Department of State see you, support you, and we're all so proud of all that you do. I'm a voter just like you, and you all inspired me and everyone here. And to keep this inspiration train going, let's hear from some of our schools on the call today, starting with Mercer County Community College. Let's hear from you.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon, and the Ballot Bowl means a lot to us, especially because we're
Little mix up on it. And let's hear from Rutgers Newark. Can't hear you guys, but I see you.
Repeat. Going for the 4.
That was great. And last but not least, Middlesex College.
You missed them.
Whatever. They can hear us.
There you guys are. Ooh. Thank you for that. And from all of those schools. Now let's hear from another one of our great students from Mercer County Community College. Let's welcome SGA Vice President Brandon Sudas. Welcome, Brandon. The floor is yours.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, was saying Ballot Bowl means a lot to us. We're trying to defend our title in Conference 3 there. But I think the power of voting lies in the fact that it transforms a single voice into a collective decision. One ballot may feel small, but when millions of voices come together, they decide who leads, what policies are passed, and which priorities guide our communities. Voting is how we take ownership of our future instead of leaving it in the hands of someone else. Being civically engaged goes beyond election day. It means staying informed about the issues that affect us, asking questions, having honest conversations, and showing up. Sometimes that means voting, sometimes that means attending a local meeting, volunteering for a cause, or simply encouraging a friend to register. Civic engagement is the practice of making sure our democracy reflects the will of the people. And for young people, the power is even greater. We're the generation that will live with the long-term consequences of today's decision. And whether it's education, climate, healthcare, jobs, these choices will shape the lives for decades. And when we vote and engage, we bring fresh ideas, urgency, and energy that can't be ignored. When we don't, we allow others to make that decision without a perspective and our needs being considered. Voting isn't just a right, it's a responsibility. It's the way we hold leaders accountable, the way we protect opportunities for one another, and the way we ensure that progress doesn't leave anyone behind. Being civically engaged, we create momentum that carries beyond a single election and into the everyday work of strengthening our communities. So the power of voting and civic engagement is this. It turns belief into action, action into influence, and influence into real change. So it's the tool we all share to make sure our communities reflect our voices, our values, and our vision for the future. So that's my thoughts on the power of voting and being civically engaged.
Thank you, Brandon, for those thoughtful, for those incredible insights. Let's add some more energy and hear from some more of our schools on the call today, starting with Kane University. Who are you? Mute. And finally, NJIT. Can see all of you guys, just can't hear you.
Oh my gosh.
There you guys are. Woo.
It did work.
Thank you, thank you. This is awesome. This is incredible. I can't be the only one that's fired up right now. Are you all fired up? Thank you for all of your energy and enthusiasm today. Please continue to seek out the opportunities to stay engaged, and most importantly, make sure your friends know what's happening. Always keep them in the loop. Now, before we wrap things up here and end our rally, I'd like to ask all of our panelists to unmute and all of our students and teams to please get on screen. Yes, please turn those cameras on. And I'll give you a quick second to do so.
Everyone, please gather around. Let's take a picture together.
Great, great. Now on the count of three, I need everyone to chant ballot bowl. All right? On the count of three, okay, guys? Ready. 1, 2, 3. Ballot bowl!
We're so slow.
That was great. Let's give a big round of applause to all of our speakers and teams. Let's continue this momentum and support one another in the days ahead. Good luck to all of you, and thanks again for everything you do to make it easier for more people to take part in our democracy. Until next time, everyone, have a good one.